Welcome to Afternoons with Mary Martin. I have another day off today. Unexpectedly empty. Unexpectedly empty day off today. So I slept a lot this morning and just laid around and didn't do much of anything. Like I said, I really have no what's the word? Stamina. I have no stamina anymore from sitting around doing nothing most of the time. Yeah, I couldn't sit around and do nothing for a long time these days. Anyway, so it was sitting like that. Gotta get it out. And then wash my hands. I will wash my hands eventually. Like someday. Anyway, welcome to Flashback Friday. Welcome to Friday. Happy Friday. If you, like me, sorry, wow. I'm just blatantly reading my texts while you're here. Let me turn off the notifications here so that I'm not tempted and so that they stop making noise at us. Is that it? Yes, okay. Cool. Flashback Friday. Let's get right into it. You roll the dice. We go back in time. Ooh. Interesting. 61. My husband's father's wife is 60, not today though, I guess. Her birthday was a few days ago. And I only know because I was just on Facebook and she had posted some pictures. 61 is the day that we are going for. So it's going to be a 9. What is it going to be, a 59? 59. So June 12th, 1959. Oh, where? There we go. I was like, how do I do this again? June 12th, 1959. June 12th, June 1959. Aha, here we go. Ooh, it was a Friday too. Interesting. So 1959. Ooh, singer Billie Holiday was arrested for heroin possession while in her room at New York's Metropolitan Hospital, where she had been since collapsing on May 31st. Because she could not be moved, NYPD detectives fingerprinted her and took mugshots while she lay in bed to face charges upon release. She would die without regaining consciousness on July 17th. Dang. I didn't really want to read that this morning. Jeez. I really like Billie Holiday. Construction began on HMS Dreadnought, S-101. I know what S-101 is. The first British nuclear submarine. Oh, submarine 101 probably. Prince Philip laid down the first steel at the Vickers Armstrong shipyard at Barrow-in-Furness. The sub was launched in 1960 and served until 1980. We've done a lot of things on ships in this Flashback Friday. I am not sure how that keeps happening. But let's talk about Billie Holiday, as much as that's super depressing and I don't want to think about her death. And it's a very long death. She died at age 44. Her birth name was Eleanora Fagan. Eleanora is a nice name. She's a jazz singer. Let's see some of her top songs because What a Little Moonlight Can Do is the one that I know probably the best besides Strange Fruit. Strange Fruit, very important song. Also just a very good song. If you have not heard it, and I'm sure there's lots of great covers of it too. Let's see. So that if you don't know, Strange Fruit is about, it was based on a poem. It was about a lynching. Strange Fruit, meaning, Nina Simone's Strange Fruit notable covers. Nina Simone did a cover, and then Kanye sampled it in Kanye sampled it Blood on the Leaves, which I've never heard. Jeff Buckley did a version. UB40 did a version. Nina Simone, hers came 30 years after, it looks like? Close to 30 years after Billie Holiday's original. So Jeff Buckley did a version. Jeff Buckley also has a Hallelujah. I don't know if he has the original Hallelujah. I don't know who has the original Hallelujah. There was a secret. That one. Hallelujah. Yeah. I can't spell. Jeff Buckley. Jeff Buckley, Hallelujah, Hallelujah, Hallelujah. The lyrics are pretty straightforward. Leonard Cohen may have done the original. Just Hallelujah, Leonard Cohen. Yeah, Leonard Cohen. Canadian singer Leonard Cohen. 1984. This is just going way off track. So Jeff Buckley's version of Strange Fruit, of that, journalist Laura Pellegrinelli wrote that Jeff Buckley seems to meditate on the meaning of humanity the way that Walt Whitman did, considering all of its glorious and uncomfortable, and horrifying possibilities. I don't get what that means. I don't know why I read it either. It doesn't seem valuable. Renee Marie's rendition was coupled with Confederate anthem Dixie, making for an uncomfortable juxtaposition. Yep, that would be uncomfortable. Yeah. So Billie Holiday was the original singer, songwriter of Strange Fruit. Okay, no, she was not the songwriter. The songwriter. Oh. The songwriter was Abel Meeropol, who used the pseudonym Lewis Allen. And his poem was set to music and performed at teachers' union meetings. It was eventually heard by Barney Josephson, the proprietor of Cafe Society, an integrated nightclub in Greenwich Village, who introduced it to Billie Holiday, and that she performed it at the club in 1939, some trepidation, fearing possible retaliation. She later said that the imagery of the song reminded her of her father's death, and that this played a role in her resistance to performing it. Okay, so now I've got to know. Sadie, Fagan, and Clarence Holiday were her parents. Interesting. They were unwed, teenage couple. And she. Oh, okay. Never mind. Sorry. I did something. I read too many things into 2 little words. I don't know. Interesting. So Eleonora, Billie Holiday, went to stay with her aunt, Ava Miller, when she was born. In Baltimore. And not long after Eleanor was born, Clarence, Billie Holiday's father, abandoned his family to pursue a career as a jazz banjo player and guitarist. She grew up in Baltimore. Her paternity was somewhat in question because her birth certificate lists her father as Frank DeVise. Other historians consider this an anomaly, probably inserted by a hospital or government worker. DeVise lived in Philadelphia, and Sadie Harris may have known him through her work. Sadie Harris, then known as Sadie Fagan, married Philip Guff, but the marriage ended in 2 years. That's interesting. I don't know why she would put Frank DeVise on the, like, why they would put Frank DeVise on the birth certificate without, like, the mom saying something about it, you know, saying like, oh yeah, it's the father, or like him being there maybe, or something. It's not like they would know this guy to put him on the birth certificate. It's interesting. Martha Miller. Oh, okay. So Billie Holiday was raised largely by Ava Miller's mother-in-law, Martha Miller. So this is confusing as to how this woman is related to her. It's basically like her aunt's mother-in-law. So sort of an in-law. I don't even know if you have a name for what that is in relationship to you, but so she lived with Martha Miller. She frequently skipped school, and she was truant enough to bring her before the juvenile court in 1925 when she was 9 years old. Dang. She was sent to a Catholic reform school. She dropped out of school at age 11. And then in 1929, she joined her mother in Harlem. And became a victim of sex trafficking. And of course, she and her mother were sent to prison when they were found. Cool. So she wasn't even 14. I'm just trying to figure out what happened to her dad. As a young teenager, Holiday started singing in nightclubs in Harlem. She took a professional pseudonym from Billy Dove, an actress she admired, and the musician Clarence Holiday, her probable father. There we go. Wait, hang on. I want to go back to where I... Yeah, okay. At the outset of her career, she spelled her last name Halliday, which was her father's birth surname, but it eventually changed it to Holiday, which was his performing name. She's a teenager. She's doing this. Holiday said her father, Clarence Holiday, was denied medical treatment for fatal lung disorder because of racial prejudice. That singing Strange Fruit reminded her of the incident. It reminds me of how Pop died, but I have to keep singing it. Not only because people ask for it, but because 20 years after Pop died, the things that killed him are still happening in the South. True of the mountain. Look out, bye. So, unsurprising to me, I didn't know that Billie Holiday had an autobiography. I knew that there was either a Broadway show or a movie about her. And I knew that she had a history of drug addiction. Because in what I believe is the Broadway show about her, let me see if I can find the actress who played her. Oh, this is my boss. Hang on, very awkward. Hello?